Hello, I'm Maddie McVearry,
I'm Brittany Lane.
And I'm Eve Bailey.
and we're going to be presenting on our 3D printing case study. So first we'll begin by doing the occupational profile. Who is R? R is the subject of our case study, and she is an 11-year-old female formerly diagnosed with developmental delay, autism spectrum disorder, and hyperactivity. Overall, she maintains a weak grasp and utilizes a quadruped grasp when holding markers and crayons, which is a functional grasp that involves 4 fingers. She also enjoys colors and demonstrates an interest in guitars, as she often colors guitars and enjoys the tactile and auditory output from them. She frequently exhibits stimming behaviors, with R usually holding a small toy in her hand. She often seeks tactile and auditory stimulation, rubbing her index finger together near her face. Additionally, she enjoys music, watching videos, and coloring, another source of tactile and auditory stimulation. The therapists are working with R to gain a repetitive functional grasp for occupational performance in grasping and rotating a knob to open a door, coloring in guitars, and self-care. So her diagnosis, she has 3 different diagnoses. First, she has autism spectrum disorder, and the 3 main criteria to diagnose individuals with autism include difficulty with communication and interaction with people, restricted interests and repetitive behaviors, and symptoms that hurt the person's ability to function properly in school, work, and other areas in life. R exhibits restricted interests as she expresses a strong inclination towards guitars and repetitive behavior as she often rubs her index fingers together near her face for tactile and auditory stimulation. Additionally, she has developmental delay and hyperactivity, which are often side effects of autism that affect an individual's ability to function properly. Developmental delay is known as a marked difference in achieving developmental milestones due to a variety of factors that may result in language, speech, vision, motor skill, social, emotional, or cognitive skill deficits. R exhibits a developmental delay due to her inability to open doorknobs and deficits that result from her weak grasp. R also exhibits hyperactivity, which involves an individual that seems to move about constantly, including in situations which is not appropriate or excessively fidgets, taps, or talks. R displays hyperactive behavior, which drives her to always have a toy in her hand and become interested in coloring and guitars. R has 3 occupational roles that we gathered from her profile. First, she is a student as she is motivated towards achieving a functional grasp for school-based activities, especially coloring guitars. She is also a client as the therapists work with her and she is cooperative and willing to work with them to improve her skills. Finally, she also has the role of a classmate in which she enjoys coloring and participating in activities that involve the class. Her values and interests include hard work and perseverance, as R is determined to develop a functional grasp so she can color guitars, and she also values achieving her goals, as a functional grasp will allow her to properly perform school-based and self-care tasks. Her interests include multiple forms of art, such as watching videos, listening to music, and coloring guitars. She is also interested in objects that provide her with tactile and auditory stimulation, such as a small toy. Some of her strengths and challenges include her quadruped grasp, which signals that she is able to perform an adequate grasp. She also has a high interest in guitars that drives her to be motivated towards a more functional grasp, and hyperactivity from stimming behaviors shows that R has excessive energy that can be directed towards improving her occupational performance. Some challenges that R has includes a weak grasp that inhibits her from opening doors, a need for tactile and auditory stimulation, which could distract her from completing required tasks, and self-care deficits due to motor and cognitive challenges associated with her diagnosis. Some challenges that in her occupational roles and performance include a weak grasp, which affects many motor skills, such as gripping and manipulating, which can negatively affect her future success as a student if she does not develop a functional grasp to handle school-related objects. R may also want to learn how to play guitar and create her own music in the future, yet a weak grasp can inhibit her role as a musician if she does not have the muscle power in her hand to stabilize the guitar and exhibit proper flow as she strums the guitar. R's self-care needs to be properly adapted to meet her needs, such as providing special knobs for the bathroom door and grips for toiletries, or she may not establish a positive routine in the future to perform an important aspect of her activities of daily living.
Next, we're moving on to our 3D printed project. Here you see the 3D printed project that was designed for R. In Figure 1, I decided to put an R and a music note to make the STEM cube personalized to her. In Figure 2, the biggest feature that was added that strays from a typical STEM cube is the addition of a pick. This was added so R could use this cube to learn to play guitar if she chooses in the future, if she has not started already. The other 4 sides were designed to have many different shapes and feels to them in order to elicit different sounds and different feelings when touched. When designing it, I tried to incorporate as many different shapes like the stair feature on Figure 4, the spheres on Figure 3, the weave design on Figure 5, and the twisted donut design on Figure 6. Knowing R liked this auditory stimulation, Figure 4 was specifically designed for her nails to graze against them and make a satisfying sound. The rationale for the 3D printed project included the following. Her functional limitations included a weak grasp, so the cube was designed to be a bit larger so the client could work on grasping the object with the entirety of her hand. Her personal preferences included a love for guitars, so a pick was added to the STEM cube so R could use her cube to play guitar if she decides to learn, and also enjoys stimming behaviors like rubbing her fingers to make noise, so the textures, as stated before on figures 4 through 6, were added to make a variance of noises when rubbing your nails up against them or your finger across them. The abilities that she has involve a weak grasp, so that could allow her to be able to hold it, as she normally does like to hold small toys in her hand on a typical day-to-day. The goals set by the therapist involve practicing a functional grasp for school and self-care settings. So this cube could be used to help R work on her grasp, but was mainly focused on her stimming behaviors in order to hopefully regulate. When moving on to the areas of occupation, the project's main area is leisure, as the main feature is the addition of the pick that allows R to be able to use the STEM cube when playing guitar, which is a part of the leisure aspect of her life, if she decides to play guitar on a regular basis, or decides to use it as a leisure activity on her free time. The other areas of occupation don't apply as much to this STEM cube, as the cube is more meant for her ability to focus and something to just play with in her everyday life in order to regulate herself and her stimming behaviors. When moving on to values, beliefs, and spirituality, the OTPF defines the 3 together as the client's perceptions, motivations, and related meaning that influence or are influenced by engagement in occupations. While the beliefs and spirituality aren't as included in the 3D project, it's mostly focusing on R's value of guitars and music, while also giving her an outlet to satisfy her stimming behaviors in a very interesting type of way. Her beliefs and spirituality are definitely very important, but in regards to the 3D project, it's not make or break whether that would affect her beliefs and spirituality, so I thought it was better to focus on her values. When talking about R's body functions and client factors in regards to the 3D printed project, number 1 is perception, which is the discrimination of senses. Here, the auditory, visual, and tactile senses are all being engaged, whether they be separate or all together. Number 2 is sustained attention, which could be involved with R focusing for a long period of time on the cube or using the cube to focus in whatever environment she may be in, if she needs that type of stimulation in order to help her focus. Number 3 is multisensory processing. As I said before, auditory, visual, and tactile senses are all being utilized at the same time or separately in regards to this 3D project. Number 4 is coping. STEM cubes are often used to help people calm down or focus on one thing in a very stimulating environment. So R could easily use this as a coping mechanism in a very stimulating environment, whether that be school or a restaurant or wherever she may be. This also goes in with number 5, which is emotional regulation, which is using the object as a means of stimulation and regulation, which goes along, like I said, with coping, as in whatever environment she may be, if she needs to really hone in on the cube and focusing on that and its textures and sounds, that could easily help her emotionally regulate if it's getting overwhelming for her. Number 6 and 7 are auditory and tactile senses, meaning that any part of the cube could elicit a sound, and tactilely, the designs are very unique and stimulating when touched or used in, like, put in the hand. 8 goes into muscle tone, which if R is gripping the cube, it could help her increase her hand and grip strength, as it was meant for the cube to be a little bit bigger and fit into the entirety of her hand. 9 is muscle endurance, which could involve gripping the toy for a long period of time, and that requires a form of endurance in order for her to hold that. And then 10 is gross motor control, which involves gripping the cube using all of the muscles within her hand, and as it's going to be a bigger toy, that would involve all of the muscles in order to hold and manipulate them.
So some of the muscle and joint functions that R needs in order to use the project. Muscle tone is needed in order to grasp the cube without it slipping from her hands while she is playing with it. Muscle endurance is also needed in order to grip the cube and play with it for a certain period of time. Some form of endurance is required for this so that she is able to grip it for a certain period of time while she is playing with it. Eye-hand coordination is needed in order to see the cube and grasp it while she is playing with each side. Bilateral coordination is used to grasp the cube and play with the cube with both of her hands. Fine motor control is used to manipulate the cube with her fingers to play with each of the tactile sides. And gross motor control is used to grasp the entire cube with her hand. So some of the performance skills that are required of R while she's using this project. So some of the motor skills, grips, manipulates, and endures are important. Grips, so she's able to grasp the cube without slipping from her fingers. Manipulates, so she's able to manipulate the cube in order to play with each of the sides. And endures, so she's able to grasp the cube for a long period of time in order to play with it. So some of the process skills, attend, so she's able to play with each side of the cube without looking away from it. Handles, so she's able to hold the cube while playing with it to ensure that it does not slip from her hands. And benefits, so she's able to strengthen her grasp from holding the cube and can prevent further weakening of her grasp. So regarding some social interaction skills, very little social interaction was required because this design was made personally for R and so that she could play with it on her own time. However, when she is within her social environment, she can play with it with her friends as well. So some of the habits, routines, rituals, and roles. The client's habits include her stimming behaviors to constantly rub her fingers against her face and her need for tactile stimulation. This design complements those habits by having this fidget to play with whenever she pleases. It can also help by reducing some of those negative habits by replacing the cube as a fidget rather than her constantly touching her face. Some of the client's routines include morning tasks, such as getting ready for school, as well as attending school. This design can work as a fidget to help to occupy R while she is completing some of those school-based and self-care tasks while making them more enjoyable for her. One of R's roles includes her as a student. This design can help her develop a stronger grasp for school-based activities, self-care tasks, and leisure activities, specifically coloring her guitars. So some of the contexts and environments that are factors when R is using this project. Personally, the design project was made specifically for R's interests and abilities. The cube was designed while keeping in mind R's age and her interests as a 5th grade student. Temporarily, R can hold the cube in her hand either at home or school during any time of the day. Within her physical environment, R can play with the design project at her home or in school. By having this fidget during school, it can help to reduce her hyperactivity and help her focus better. Within her social environment, R can bring the fidget to school with her and play with it with her friends and her classmates as well. It can also help her to be less distracted at home or during school by having the fidget to play with. Thank you for listening.